You know, I was checking out a few things over the weekend, even before this BET Awards and everything. The African Giant album is actually one of the biggest albums out of Africa this year, yes, with streaming numbers, even popularity.
It's the biggest. By streams, he's the #1 artist when it comes to. And I still remember here how when he released that single, Yeah, the one that had, that was just about the same time when Kanye West released his album, Yeah. How that played out, you know, because it made so much, there was so much of a buzz for the song outside Nigeria, in the US. Kanye had just released that album, Yeah. So when people go on Apple Music or whatever, the streams and search for Yeah, and then they're like, okay, it came up and then some people downloaded it, let's check it. He had to even come out and say, oh, look, man, Kanye West, I know that. I've seen some downloads and all that. Thank you. You know, that was how, I think that's the most humble anybody has ever seen the African Giant. He doesn't, because he has, I mean, he has said that a number of times that, look, nobody paved the way for me.
Yeah.
I am there because of me. So that was the only time that we know on our record that he said that he gave somebody some credit for doing something for him, you know. So that worked out in his favor, and since then he has not looked back.
And it's good. There was a video of his acceptance. I'm not sure if we have that yet, but there was he did a short acceptance.
It was really interesting, and because of the whole Black Lives Matter thing, he did say, for Black lives to matter, Africa has to matter, you know, and it's very, very key. You know, a lot of, sometimes you watch all these documentaries about how they talk about the history of Africa and how great Africa is, but it's still from an American perspective.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like they just need to come and stay here for like maybe 6 months.
I like
come and live here and then get a real sense of what Africa is all about.
I do like, I mean, for those who want to watch the video, you can see it on the BET Twitter handle. That's the short, it's just about an hour, and a minute and 34 seconds. So I wanted to say that even BET has sort of evolved over time. You know, there is this, we've talked about this on this show before, there is this issue between Black Americans or African Americans and Africans. You know, a little bit of racism there as well. So, and that was reflected even in the BET Awards, where an African act wins an award, then they take you to another stage to go and you can't address the main. And I like the way I like the way Ice Prince, Wizkid, and these guys responded. Like, look. We collected, we did your alternative stage last year. We did your alternative stage the year before, but not this year. Like, we're not gonna, you know.
It seems we have the acceptance speech right now, and you probably see it on your screens in a few seconds. That was it.
Okay, there it is.
Time around 1835, there was a mission to turn Africa, the nation of Africa, into a dominated nation. Now is the time to overturn that and go back to the royalty that we were. Because in order for Black lives to matter, Africa must matter. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right.
Okay, so I take a little exception when, because, yes, I feel like a lot that's happened with Africa, right, has been our fault.
I agree.
Has been our fault. You see, Black Lives Matter and Africa Matter, I don't think that. You see, because someone said, for somebody who has lived here probably for your whole life and just gone there to visit you, you might not really understand the concept of why some people would over a month and maybe 2 months plus continue fighting for something. Over here, I mean, you won't see me and say, hey, you understand?
Exactly.
We have what we call, we have here what we call, where we see foreigners, where we even treat them with a little bit of high regard and all of that, even here. So we don't understand, right? For somebody who's denizen is Africa, who has been here his whole life, you will not fully understand the concept of Black Lives Matter, except you've been somewhere where somebody has had to discriminate against you because of your skin color.
It's very true, unless you've lived in that
scenario.
Because look, the truth is, if you were born a Black American, and maybe you were with maybe poor or average parents, you know, you lived in a certain kind of neighborhood, it's ingrained in your system and in your mind. So by the time you're 10 years old, you know you're Black. You know you're different. You know you're Black, you know you're different, you know that you're treated differently. You walk into a store, the security guy is following you around.
They're looking at you somehow.
Do you understand? I mean, go to Ikeja City Mall, anywhere, you're you. Exactly. You can be you. You're Nigerian.
Because you're in Africa,
You understand? But outside, they're going to be treating you with a little bit of, is he going to steal the Nike shoes? Is he going
Exactly.
Goodness.
It's horrible. It's a horrible,
when you see them,
situation.
so a lot of us here have said, oh, 2 months. It's too, haven't they? It's not about George Floyd. George Floyd seemed like a tipping point. It was like, you know, the
exactly.
straw. You know, that broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
It was just a final straw. It's been a lot. I mean, it's now being documented. It's now being videoed. But man, those guys have been going through a lot. So, but then it's now sad when we now have the issue of black Americans now doing Africa. Like, you say, oh, come, most of you they carry you from here. Or
So how did you feel about Naomi Campbell giving Burna Boy the award, announcing him? I don't know. I felt like I wasn't so sure if it was the right fit for me. I don't know.
I like Naomi Campbell because she loves Africa. She comes here a lot. In fact, I think she particularly likes Nigeria. I don't know. There's something about us. She keeps coming here.
If you say you love Africa and you don't love Nigeria, man, it's not Africa you love.
Last year she came
she
came here like 3 times. This year she's been here already once in January.
That's the one you know.
True.
Exactly.
Yes, now. You'll be surprised that Rihanna has entered Nigeria like 5 times this year
What are
already.
you getting at, Mike?
Of course.
Of course.
Joe goes for weddings and stuff.
You just throw for one
Private,
wedding in Ijebu Ode or somewhere, and you just see Rihanna performing there. No cameras. Don't try Nigeria. Don't try us.
Dear me.
So, I like what you said about...
What was that?
Yeah.
I think we have something else that we were going to show, the speech now.
Which one?
Yeah.
How music made me feel. It made me feel so many different emotions. It made me feel sad, it made me feel happy, and it just made me dream. I'm so very proud tonight to recognize some of the brightest new artists from around the world. Here are the numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was it.
So, of course, she then did the nominees and then...
announced Burna Boy.
By the way, Wizkid also picked his award for Brown Skin Girl. BET H.E.R. award.
Yeah.
Brown Skin Girl, superb.
Brown Skin Girl is such a great song. But there's a long list of people that are on the song, and Blue Ivy must be there first.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Blue Ivy, Beyonce, St. John, and Wizkid. They're the 4 credited with the song. So she's picked up a BET award.
Really, very nice. So well done to everyone who's won an award. Look, hard work pays eventually. Sometimes it takes a while, but eventually it'll pay off. And here's a note to Black Americans. Those of you thinking about coming home, we have land to sell. We'll give you some forests in your state.
Come home and be free. Honestly, come home and feel free.
That's home for them.
Okay, so when I say come home, you know what I mean by come home.
Yeah, especially if you are blacker than black.
Come and invest in this land. The land is green. We'll be back after a quick break. There's still quite a bit to show you right here on Wake Up Nigeria.